I'm going to dive into Unifi staking. I've seen some talk here about, well, let me dive into how it works today. How it works currently is we have a maximum staking threshold, and the more Unifi that is staked on Ethereum, the higher the APR is. So when staking is low, the rewards are lower, but the more people that come in, the higher the reward for everyone, which is kind of neat. It kind of incentivizes it to go up as much as it can. There is still space there. So when you see, I think APRs are posting at somewhere around 17%, they have a long way to go up from there. And there's been some talk about why don't we flip it so that, the higher the APR goes, the lower the return, and conversely, the lower the staking is, the higher that the reward is. It's a good idea. It's a good solution. We've seen this adopted by tons of other blockchains. We've also seen things like, a flat reward structure adopted by tons of other blockchains. But from my perspective, what is the goal of staking here? I think a lot of blockchains themselves use staking as a way to remove liquidity from centralized exchanges in hopes that it can help bolster the price of their token, the value of their token. But as with Ethereum and virtually every proof of stake blockchain that's out there, it's basically this massive pile of chips that are being set aside. In some cases, 50% or more of all tokens in circulation are locked in staking, and those are just waiting to be cashed in. So at some point, people could take those off, drop them onto the exchange, and it kind of have a negative impact on the token economy. So for me, when I hear things like, oh, we should reevaluate, staking so that the rewards are higher at their current state, what I hear first and foremost is we kind of want to encourage the centralization of the release of our token, which to me sounds higher risk, which is the opposite of what we want. Do you want the people that currently hold our token to hold more, or do you want more people to hold more of those tokens and to use them correctly? So from my perspective, that's really the objective here, is to encourage more people to come into the system instead of those that are in the system to gain some better return. Because at the end of the day, this isn't something we're not trying to get the token price up by December 31st so we can achieve some goal. No, we're kind of taking a look at this and saying, okay, in 5 years from now, what is our token economy going to be? What is Unifi itself going to be? How are these different aspects of our ecosystem going to interact? And how is that going to run? And from my perspective, the people that hold the token are going to have a very direct impact in how that's run. So pushing towards a centralization effort now is in my view short-sighted. And so that's why for me, when it comes to staking, we really need to address this. I don't love the way that staking works right now. I could see a change to a more flat staking kind of model, and then basically uncap it. So basically say there's a fixed amount of rewards per whatever, and just uncap that, and then we could see more people come in and stake, and that would push the APR lower. But we're not at capacity today, so I don't see that as a benefit myself. So yeah, I'm kind of going on. I'm kind of talking on both sides here, but I think the real takeaway that I'm going for on this is that when I look at Unifi staking specifically, I see it as how can we take people that are early adopters and make them more important members of our ecosystem, and how can we encourage more people to participate within Unifi's ecosystem so we have a more diverse base. The goal here is number of token holders, not number of tokens held by a smaller subset. So that's the goal. That's the approach. We have some ideas, and I would expect to see those roll out here by the end of the year, and probably come January 1st, a much more significant change in terms of how staking works.